Hi there, Malcolm here with my 8th Wyrmberg Games video, and today I've got a game unboxing. Many moons ago, in the days of long gone past, I backed a Kickstarter project by Wyrmberg Games called Sorcerer. I was a big fan of their Star Realms games. I'd backed Star Realms Frontiers, and so I thought I'd back this one too. What feels like an age later, it's finally turned up. Oh, let's have a better colour. Better. So to kick off, here's the box lid, beautifully illustrated and quite big. And the inside is a handy dice rolling tray for people who haven't got a nice table like mine. But so far, really nice. Wall booklet, you can't go wrong with these. There are 4 double-sided player boards with the standard and Egyptian styles. Functionally, they're exactly the same, they just have a different look. Ostensibly, this is a 2-player game, but they included 2 more boards for a 3 or 4 player variant. There are 3 London-based battlegrounds and 1 extra underground one for the 4-player game. 7 battle dice, they've got good weight to them. Glass beads for keeping track of player energy and rounds. Little red cuboids for keeping track of battle scores on the battlegrounds. Loads of loads of double-sided tokens for damage counters and omen counters. Omens allow rerolls during battle. 3 first player tokens. I'm not quite sure why we need 3 of them. I'm sure there's a card that'll explain it somewhere, haven't found it yet. Extra tokens for particular factions, flame damage, there's spiders and wood things. There's a nice big D8 for recharging energy between rounds, and 9 avatar standees. Now the base game only comes with 4. I backed the Sorcerer tier, which meant I got all the available expansions, which added another 5 character decks, as well as a whole bunch of other goodies. So the 9 character decks, these are the skill cards that you have in front of you when you play a particular character. There's the front, and they match each of the standees. And each of these will have 10 accompanying cards. The 6 lineage decks, again these are the skill cards. The base game has 4. With my Kickstarter I've got an extra 2. Here at the front. And each of these come with a deck of 20 cards. And then the domain decks, the base game had 5. This Kickstarter came with 9. And these come with 10 cards each. Here's the front. The idea being, you take one of the character decks, one of the lineage decks, and one of the domain decks, making a complete grimoire of 40 cards. In this case, I would be Aylesbury, the shapeshifter of the Outcast Sanctuary. And these 3 cards would give me unique abilities in the game. And with all these extra cards, I would have 432 different possible combinations. So there's lots of replay value here. And the box insert itself is very nicely laid out. There's a place for everything. All my main cards are in here. I'm not going to show you them all. We'd be here for a very long time. Because there's a nice divider splitting the character, lineage and domain decks. Although I think I would have liked to have a deck divider as well, splitting each individual deck up, so that I could quickly and easily get the particular decks I want. Because at the moment there's a lot of rummaging going on. I might have to make my own for now. But on the whole, really good quality. The cards are great. The box is solid. All the components are really nice. I'm a bit bemused why we only got 7 of these. You need 2 per battlefield. In a 2-player game there are 3 battlefields, so that's 6. There's 1 extra for the blood pool card, which comes with the vampire set. But in a 4-player game you're going to need 8. Provided 4 boards for a 4-player game, but not enough cubes. Any other counters could stand in fine. But it just seems to be a bizarre number. The rulebook itself is nicely laid out, with very clear instructions, nice clear pictures what's going on. And it's laid out in a logical way. You're not having to sift through trying to find that particular phrasing or exception that you remember reading once. The back is a nice glossary of terms, and the very back have 3-player or more variants. I have given this one a play already. I would say it's quite similar to Smash Up in certain respects. Instead of reaching a break point on the locations, you're battling it out to do the most damage on your side of the board, and the first to destroy it gets the point. The first to 2 points wins. However, it does have a great emphasis on battling, where your minion's attack power determines how many of these dice you get to roll. You have 2 misses, 2 1-hits, 1 double hit, 1 critical hit, which is the only time that the attacker gets to decide where the damage goes. All the other times the defender chooses what gets damaged, whether it's a minion or the battleground. And there's plenty of opportunity to generate omen tokens, and these can be spent to force a reroll for yourself or for an opponent. And the player with the fate token can flip it to force a complete reroll of all the dice, but that can only happen once per turn. This is a very strategy-heavy game where players can either be given random decks or they can draft their own by choosing their character, domain and lineage. and seeing what combination of special skills works best together. Everything you need to know about how to play the game is on the board. Okay, there's more explanation in the rules, obviously. But this tells you how much energy you have, how many rounds you have during this turn. Keeps track of your omen tokens, your fate token, your deck lives here, your discard pile lives here. And it comes with a nice little cheat sheet here to remind you what your actions can be, what you do in the ready phase, and how battling works, as well as a nice glossary of the symbols that you find on the cards. So you're not having to keep referring to the rulebook over every little thing. Doesn't have everything, but it's enough to keep you going for a bit. And the same is true no matter which side you choose to play with. I did an Egyptian side because I think they're going for an Egyptian theme in some aspects. As an optional extra, there were 3 extra battlegrounds with an Egyptian theme on them. I figured I spent enough, so I didn't get those. I gather from those who did that there's not enough space in the box to fit those 3 extra battlegrounds. They fit in here, and there's room for 4, but not 7. So I dodged a bullet there. All in all, excellent quality, brilliant artwork, very nicely produced. Okay, there was quite a bit of waiting, but I think it was worth it. Looking forward to playing this lots. I hope you enjoyed that. Is this a game you looked at? Did you back it? Or what was your latest Kickstarter backing? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comment section down below. But as always, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Until next time, see you later.